this is a costume jewelry bundle going out. This sold on eBay for $96.95. My cost of goods were $5.75. This right here came in a jewelry jar for around 50 cents. This buyer paid over $60 for this little celluloid. Maybe this is an Edelweiss or white mountain flower or something. But it is celluloid, it is vintage, and it's one of those mountaineering pins. All right, and so these are some suspenders, you guys. These are my last pair of CAS Germany suspenders that I have. So all of my CAS Germany suspenders have, like, they sell pretty fast. All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? My name is Rachel, aka Lilyworks, and I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, part-time reseller. And today we have a what sold over the weekend video. I have one bundle where I'm turning about $6 into $100. Love that about jewelry. I could do that all day. I actually have 3 pretty big bundles going out this weekend, and I think a couple are from viewers. So let's get into the jewelry. We also have shoes. We also have belts and accessories going out this weekend. And you guys, it's been a pretty good weekend. So let's get into it. So here we go. Here's the jewelry. We have some good stuff, and then we also have some paparazzi. If you want to know what is selling, it's basically all over the board. And then sometimes, like some weekends, I'll get like a really good high dollar, like gold or interesting piece sale. And then sometimes I just get like bundle sale weekends. And this is like a bundle sale weekend, and all of that can add up. So let's get into this sale here. This bundle is it might be going over to Asia. It might be drop shipped or something over to Asia. So we have these Kramer earrings. I got these for $2 in that bin that I dig through. There clearly was marked Kramer. These are actually in really great condition. And I just got back from pulling these out of my own collection because I collect fleur-de-lis. So I priced these above anybody else who had these on the market. And because it's going out in a bundle on eBay, they did sell. So those are going out. We also have these bean stud earrings. These are unmarked, but they're very much in the bean Elsa Peretti style. She had her own line of bean jewelry by Tiffany. So that make sure you add bean in your description if you are describing bean-shaped jewelry. Then we have this that just came out of a jewelry jar. It actually cleaned up really nicely. You cannot tell, like, it had like a darker-ish stone in the middle, and then when I cleaned it, it all turned out really nice. So clearly marked BSK. Dawn from Hudson Vintage just picked up a BSK brooch. And she, like, usually she picks up only really high-end things. So I was kind of surprised, but I was like, okay, that's fine. So I might have priced this at like $18 or $20 just because I'm watching what Dawn picks up. So there's this one that I paid $1 for in that little antique store unbagging. We have these puffy, like curb link chic chain, curb link chain, I should say. And they might have been by a maker, but they're unmarked. Maybe Avon or something. But yeah, really nice. And those I think I got in a jewelry jar. Well, let's see. Oh, 25 cents in a Shop Good a Lot. So, and then we have these Richelieu screwback clip-on earrings. They are marked the Richelieu on the back here. Richelieu and Marvella are very well known for their faux pearl costume jewelry. So this is a costume jewelry bundle going out. This sold on eBay for $96.95. My cost of goods were $5.75. This right here came in a jewelry jar for around 50 cents. This buyer paid over $60 for this little celluloid. Maybe this is an Edelweiss or white mountain flower or something. But it is celluloid. It is vintage. and it's one of those mountaineering pins. I've sold a few now, and you guys have seen them in my past What Sold Over the Weekend videos. So this sold on Etsy for $30, but it's actually going over to Finland, and so they paid another $30 on top to have it shipped to Finland. So this is really interesting to me. I am pretty excited. Now it does have an older clasp back here. This does seem to be an older piece, being celluloid and everything like that. This I got in the high bid auction lot. This has really pretty art glass. Not particularly like special like Venetian or Murano or anything like that, but these are all different like earthy tones of green and brown and frosted, and it just feels really nice. But this necklace only sold for $13. That's totally okay. It's hard to sell like just plain unmarked glass necklaces sometimes, unless it's like a crazy wow style. Like this is a little bit more muted colors, so I'm fine with $150 to $13. This was a mistake, but that's okay. I hope the buyer really loves it. So this came out of the booth where the vendor had really, really good prices on like gold and silver, and that's where I got the Hattie Carnegie from, and there's just a lot of really good prices from this booth that's behind glass. So I don't even look up anything when I'm buying from that booth, because overall I'm making a really healthy profit. This was just, it ended up being a gold filled ring by the brand KAOS. It's not particularly very valuable. I did pay $10 for it, but I mean, it's a sweet ring and it sold for $26, so there is some profit to be made, but just not the profit margin I usually see from that booth. All right, here is another bundle going out, and I feel like this is going to a subscriber because this is all coming from one video, and it's my recent video where it's like titled is this worth $1,700, and it was for that tambourine Spanish necklace. Well, these all came from that video. This I just listed and it sold. This is that sterling gold wash over sterling silver filigree dimensional C-clasp brooch. Some people have them priced so low on eBay though, which is very disheartening with how old these are. They're sterling silver, they're big. So I decided to price mine up. I think I priced mine at like $34.99, $39.99. Paid $4.80. These I got for 80 cents. These are the Renoir, the copper Renoir clip-ons. And then this ends up being Navajo, you guys. So these are the Hishi beads, and then this actually ends up being something a little bit more special than I thought. So this is a Navajo piece with the turquoise chips, and then has the onyx on the top, the brass inlay, and brown jasper. So these are actually on eBay, and they were priced up like 40 something, $50, $60. And then this did end up being sterling silver. So from that little jewelry bag for $1 a piece or less, I was pretty happy with that. So $660 into $100 on Poshmark. You guys know that I do like selling these Italian charm chain link bracelets, and this one I think is sold like this. Like the buyer or the original owner didn't add anything to this one, but it's still sold for $19.99 right away, like maybe within a couple days of me listing it. Sold on eBay, and I paid 50 cents in a jewelry jar. Okay, beautiful Victorian Revival. This looks like nothing in the bag, but you'll see it on the screen. This is a black wide drop, not marked. Sold for $13, and I paid $1 in a Shop Good a Lot. These I just listed, sold next day. If you feel something that feels like stones or dyed howlite and genuine like stone chips and things like that, and it's very reminiscent of Chico's, just do a Google Lens search. And yeah, this is like not the first time. I would say like maybe third or fourth time where I've Google Lens something in this style, and it turned out to be Chico's. So these were Chico's, really fun, faceting going on. Sold for $16 right away. Paid about $1 in a Shop Good a Lot. This is the 1960s art. So ART on the back, which stands for Arthur Pepper. I really do like their jewelry. And yeah, so this is a fun faux coral. Very like, it's kind of like a copycat of the Southwestern sterling silver jewelry, but this is a costume and it's by Arthur Pepper. Now there are a lot of Arthur Pepper collectors out there, so I do tend to price my pieces up a little bit higher. Anyways, there's like a Facebook group, I think, for Arthur Pepper or something like that, because I've seen people really rave about their Arthur Pepper jewelry and post their Arthur Pepper jewelry. So this one sold for $30. I paid $1.50 in a vintage Shop Good a Lot that I won. This brooch here, just an Avon. So of course, I always sell Avon every weekend. You will see more pieces coming up. Marked. This is a nice, like, rich gold tone. This is a faux pearl wreath. This one sold for $18, and I got it in a jewelry jar for about $1. Here we go. Here's our paparazzi. Still in the packaging. This is like a faux white buffalo turquoise. Obviously not real at all. I don't even think it's like a dyed stone. But, you know, usually paparazzi goes for $5 or $3 to $5 on eBay. This one went for $7. Next time in the future, if I ever do decide to sell paparazzi, I would take off the paparazzi, not list it as paparazzi, and just sell it as an unmarked brand, because I do feel that paparazzi does devalue it and kind of forces it in that price range of $3 to $5 on eBay. And if I take the brand off of it, I can basically move those numbers up a little bit to like 10, 12, like, I don't know, 8, 10, 12-ish. So we have that one sold for $7. This one also sold on Etsy. This one, I believe, is going over to Japan. So it's very frustrating, and I hope it gets to the buyer, because they had written the address in Japanese and Etsy wasn't taking it. So I'm like, I don't know how to remedy this, and I don't even know if I can reach out to them if they don't speak English, because they wrote their address in Japanese characters. You guys. So what I ended up having to do is line by line trying to translate it using Google Translate from Japanese to English, and going line by line and trying to figure out what each thing means. And like, we have city state, they don't have city state. So I was trying to figure out, like, because they didn't even like fill in their, I don't know, provenance or whatever. They only filled in their city. So I had to try to figure that out too. Anyways, huge hassle. I don't know why that's not already resolved on Etsy, but this sold for $17. And I have free shipping in the US on all of my jewelry. So usually this might be $12 on eBay, because I'm factoring in $5 for free shipping, basically. But when an international buyer, like for this or that, on Etsy purchases it, they don't get the free shipping. So I basically get to keep that extra $5 that I priced it up as, because they're paying the international shipping on top. So that is one good thing about these couple sales. And I paid around $2 for this Avon cream tulip stick pin going out. Another Avon piece. This one was $2 again, in the same like antique store bin where I got to dig through things. This is by the company Braun. Sometimes I take a chance on company named pins. This one I don't think was like, I don't know if it was gold filled or whatever, but Braun is a company. I think a subscriber let me know. I forget exactly what they do, but sold for $20. So I will take that $2 into $20. Yay. Okay. Here we go. You guys might recognize these. These are the 1960s, like textured big pearl Sarah Coventry earrings, marked Sarah Coventry on the back. I got these when I purchased the flea market vendors jewelry, and I just said, would you take $50? So basically my cost of goods was around 50 cents a piece, and they sold for $18. This one I got in the neighbor's lot. This does look very much like sterling silver or similar, but it ended up not being sterling silver. But it's really pretty. It's like a nice little cowgirl type style southwestern cuff. This sold for $19.99 on eBay, and I paid about $1.50. This came in the Whatnot sale. I purchased like a mystery grab from Whatnot where each piece ended up being about $2 a piece, and there was not a lot of sellable, like I guess resellable things on there. But there was fortunately like this piece, which was just a classic Monet black plastic bead necklace, which sold on Etsy. My profit after shipping was $14.41, paid around $2. But basically, I'll give you an example over here. So this is my earrings. If anybody's interested, let me know if you want to just buy random earrings, necklaces, bracelets. But I basically have all of my jewelry that I'm not reselling but is still wearable. I have them all separated into bags. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it in the future. I feel like this seller kind of just did like this kind of thing and did let the bid run. Then they did this, and then you kind of got what you got. So it'd be something like fashion jewelry, like a lot of unmarked things, unmarked hoops, maybe like some vintage things, but it was stuff where it's like, okay, I don't think I will do that again. So, but if anybody's interested in wearable jewelry, I have a lot of wearable jewelry I think a lot of it is unmarked. I mean, these are pretty cute, like nice classic hoops, nice Christmassy rhinestone studs, but it's just things that I'm looking to also teach you guys about. So things that I have in my store, like these are nice glass ones. Anyways, things I have in my store that I'm trying to put more into my store are more higher quality things, just so you guys can learn more and I'm not just kind of bloating my store, even though I totally do that when I can just go on my listing binge as well. I just am like, okay, just anything that I feel like is sellable, I will list, but I also kind of am doing this thing as well. So anyways, where was I? I was way over here. Whatnot sale. Okay, great. You guys get the picture with that. Hope that makes sense. Okay, this one is lovely. All of these are multi-strand freshwater pearls, and they're all genuine with this big giant shell square rectangle shaped pendant. To me, this looks really high quality, but unfortunately, like genuine pearls aren't doing the greatest on eBay or antique stores right now, which is really unfortunate. It's really pretty classic. But I am happy that this sold for $25, and I got this in a high bid auction lot for $1.50. Next, this is one of my favorites. You guys will see it up on the screen. It is a Joan Rivers Victorian Revival blue, like cabochon and gold tone necklace. You guys will see. It is gorgeous. One of the prettiest Joan Rivers necklaces I have seen. I really am fond of Joan Rivers. I ended up buying a Joan Rivers Shop Goodwill lot on Shop Goodwill. And I did pay up. So my cost of goods per piece was $8. But I also got things like the Fabergé egg and big statement necklaces. So this one sold for $68. So I would pay $8 just, going to an antique store or thrift store for this piece, because $8 into $68, that is a good, healthy margin of profit. So yes, you guys would love this one too. Then we have another antique store $2 bin find. Been doing really great with those $2 bins. These are some Louis Segal pierced earrings. So Louis Segal, California. Not a super high-end vintage designer, but they sell consistently for me. I think what really makes these earrings are the crystal briolette drops. And they also have that really fun shaped trapezoid rhinestone at the top. And yeah, they are marked Louis Segal, just really small right there. And they sold for $20 on Mercari. Okay, we have this, and then we have another viewer bundle. This, you guys might remember, I got in a jewelry jar for 50 cents. It is a feather brooch and clip-on earring lot. Unfortunately, not marked anywhere. Not on the clip-ons, not on the brooch. But it's just a really nice classic swirled feather and in really, really great condition. So this sold for $17.99 on eBay, paid about 50 cents. And now this one is going to Amy, this bundle. So thank you, Amy. Let me just show you. It's so funny because I'm not going to tell you her YouTube name just in case she wants to keep it private. But she'll usually end up commenting on some of my videos. And then next thing you know, she purchases from my eBay store. So thank you so much for this bundle sale. And let's get into it. Okay, so she got this 60s Flower Power hot pink and blue enamel brooch. We have the, oh, she's like getting multi decades going on here. Okay, so we have the 70s boho hippie oval fun statement like hook earrings, hook dangle earrings. I think these are 1980s, so 60s, 70s, 80s. I think this might be like more Y2K, or 2000s. So she actually bought these. So these are the Avon porcelain. They're not marked, but Google Lens will tell you these are Avon. And I'm giving her this. She is a faithful purchaser, subscriber. And so I have the matching necklace in my shop. So if you don't want this, go ahead and gift it to somebody. But I thought that was really fun that I have the match here. And then we have this classic wide drop necklace. I actually think that this is really pretty, and I have worn it a few times. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to sell it. And so yeah, you'll see on the screen, it's just really pretty with that gray and pink. Not marked, but nice for the bundle. This bundle sold for $37, and I paid $2.75 for my cost of goods. Okay, I have not listed shoes, hard goods, belt, anything in over a week. So this is expected to not have a lot of shoes or even hard goods or belts or anything. These are unexpected, these sales right here. Toms really don't sell, you guys. I don't pick up Toms, and 2 of them sold this weekend. I think I have 1 pair of Toms left in my inventory. So these were mine. I actually like wearing Toms. So these were mine, and I bought them for myself from a thrift store, and they were too skinny right here. So they were not comfortable. I ended up selling them for $16, and my cost of goods was $0. These were mine. These came in a ThredUp box. I feel like there was a time when ThredUp sent Toms in like every single box. Now these are just plain. They're in really great shape, but they're a small size 6, just the classic beige. I mean, there's not a whole lot. So this is basically a wash sale. Listed them because I had them. And after Mercari shipping, my profit was $11.83. You guys know on ThredUp, I pay about $9 per pair of shoes. So yeah, not like I would not recommend it. No. Okay, so this was actually a pretty good sale. I paid $6.99 for these. These are actually Allen Edmonds wingtips. So they actually sometimes, well, I think they should always say the name of the Allen Edmonds somewhere in there. I might have it up on the screen. But they usually say the name of the Allen Edmonds shoes actually on the sole, so you'll be able to look up the style really easily. They usually have the shoe size right there on the side, and I tend to pick up Allen Edmonds whenever I see them. So these sold for $40 and I paid $6.99. All right, and so these are some suspenders, you guys. These are my last pair of CAS Germany suspenders that I have. So all of my CAS Germany suspenders have, like, they sell pretty fast. These did not sell as fast, probably because they're like balloon themed. So they have to go to a very specific collector or clown or someone with a birthday or something like that. But right there, you can see on the back of the hardware, it says CAS Germany. These are the button suspenders, so you put that in your title as well. I paid $1.99 for these at Goodwill, and they sold for $14.25. Usually I get around $15 to $20, sometimes more, for some CAS Germany suspenders. And then we have this. This was a D-list relist. I relisted it at a much lower price. This is just an H&M leather classic, and it's a flower embossed print, like a sunflower. So I'm happy with that. Sold for $10, and I paid 50 cents at the Goodwill bins. And you guys, like, my belts are getting so low. This bin was completely full right here. This used to be completely full. This is my like gold, silver, and white belts. So yeah, I need to start listing all of those belts and things like that. I just need to stop listing all the pretty things and get to listing some other things for my store. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, you guys, that is that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, as I mentioned in the last video, we got chickens. I will include some chicken videos at the end of this video. But in the meantime, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a comment. And as always, make sure you're out there thrifting so you guys can live generously. Bye, guys.
Catch the egg? Can I catch the egg?
Yeah, get it. Okay, you can pick it up, honey. Don't drop it though. Do we have any more eggs in here? We might open the other part to see if there's any other eggs.
I'm finding a little chicken.
That's an egg we can cook, honey.
Chicken?
It's not going to hatch into a chicken. That's their play eggs, so they don't peck their eggs. Hi.